Alright guys, today we're going to be going over the best builds in the Royale meta currently. I think that nothing has drastically changed between this last patch and the one before, but there is a couple tweaks that I might mention throughout this video. Well, we're just kind of going to show like the best builds in my opinion, and then like switch over to some builds that are definitely still strong. I just think they're not quite as strong, but let's just get right into it. Let's go down to army real fast. Okay, so warrior, healing shout, axe, heroic leap. Let me explain. So your obvious ones will be, you know, vigor, bok box, incubation, leg day. That's just your typical. You could swap leg day for master riding if you want to, but I personally like the movement speed a whole lot better. I feel like it's more fluid, especially with the warrior. But so basically, take healing shout because especially if you're the kind of person who likes to play solo duos or solo squads, you're going to need the healing shout. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Inspire obviously is just for the extra burst initially, so just more healing overall. It's better to take than the cooldown because you're going to be healing more value than you would more often. And that bigger chunk of health could save you, especially considering how fast you get that burst compared to the regular healing over time you get without Inspire. Weapons Arsenal, obviously, because you get more damage with Weapons Arsenal than you do with Game Grover, with the axes. The Legendary Axe, you're guaranteed the one-shot chicken. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe with that 8% nerf, you can't no longer one-shot chicken. But if you have a weapon damage room, I don't think it matters. I actually need to test that, so excuse me if I'm wrong on that. Brutality, Heroic Leap, that's an obvious one. I mean, Heroic Leap's just better than Charge in most every situation. I do like Charge for Sword Warrior, but we can kind of get into that later. But I think this is the best build for the Warrior right now. Okay, the Hunter. This one's pretty much what everybody's running. Exaction, dodge roll, recurve longbow, and flare. I mean, there's really not much to talk about this one. I mean, permanent ability to see the people with flare. You know, well over 1,000 damage with the recurve and longbow. And then exaction just helps amplify that even more. And of course, I run the same blue runes as usual. The pincushion build is good too. With the crossbow, I feel like once you get the aim down with the bow, especially on on PC, it's a whole lot easier, but on console, you have to really get the aim down. And once you do, it's definitely more rewarding than the crossbow build. The arbalist build, I actually do favor quite a bit with the hunter, but I just think the recurve is probably just the longbow is probably gonna be just better in every way. Assassin. Same stuff everybody's been running. I do have a slight variation. I choose the Assassin's Speed over the rest of the stuff because I like having that blink on more of a cooldown. I do not run Soar on every character like everybody apparently else does. I don't think it should be run that way, and you get much better cooldowns with your own class ability. Sniper rifle, we take Assassin's Arsenal because 20% to everything is just better because you're going to be hitting more body shots with the sniper rifle anyways, so you know, you might as well just go ahead and get the guaranteed damage versus having 50% increased damage on your headshots, because most likely you're not going to be hitting headshots as much as you're hitting body shots, and with this one you get bonuses towards the Shredder and the heirloom rifle, which you're probably going to be running an heirloom rifle anyways, so that's pretty much self-explanatory. And bomb, concussion bomb you can run. I think you should run it every time, but I was talking to Idiot Mouse about it, and he actually was saying that Smokescreen was really strong in solos, and just in general, he really liked it because he explained not because it makes you go invisible, which that does help, but because you can also directly blind your enemies. I didn't realize how blind you are when you're in Smokescreen, so he could purposely throw it right on top of somebody, you know, and he could see them better than they can see him, which is something that I never even thought of. I mean, I actually planned on releasing a video explaining how to use some of the abilities that nobody really uses that often, but that's just my take on Assassin. Alright, Mage. This is without a doubt the best build right now for the Mage, and personally I think it's the best build in the game. I don't know for sure about PC. I want to say that the Hunter is still really strong with the longbow on PC, but this is definitely the best build on console. I mean, it's just so much damage. Holy shit, it's so much fucking damage. And with the healing station, you don't run this. You don't run Alchemic Ward because it's just the 15% damage reduction is just not good enough compared to using it half the time, you know. And of course, you run Vigor, Bok Box, Incubation, Leg Day. Soar, I actually prefer Ghost Walk, but I think with this build, the soar is just better because you can run away and then heal. Personally, I do this here. I take a cooldown, ice block, ice staff, forge ice staff, and then I take the Mage's Speed with Ghost Walk. I run this exact build for my ice build, you know, because I prefer the ice staff build over the stone staff build because I'm just better with it, and it feels like it's a little more skill based, and I like that. But the stone staff build is definitely the best. I'm calling this my tank warrior build, which is the first thing first you might notice is that I'm running unbeatable. Normally I don't ever recommend this, but you get this and you purposely take the chicken health rune. And if you can, get the chicken speed in 10 seconds and all that too as well, but the main thing is the chicken health because they recently buffed it from 400 to 600. So with Unbeatable, you get an extra 1100 health. So you can even be a tank as a chicken. So you have the shield from Heroic Resolve off your Heroic Leap, and then you have, you know, your Healing Shout and Inspire to give you more tankiness. And we're running a sword because we're going to be quite literally in the fray. So, you know, we want to be able to take a bunch of damage while doing a bunch of damage, hence why we're taking Bok Bucks and Vigor. Because, yeah, normally that's acceptable anyways, but we're going to be getting kills, and we're going to be needing extra health. Leg day is just because we're running sword, and leg day is just good as fuck, so that's the tank warrior. Build is strictly for duos and squads. I do not recommend doing it in solos. Now this 100 build, this one's a little bit different. So basically we're going to be running explosive tips, pincushion, survivalist. That's the weird things, right? These three are down here pretty normal, but we're running blast arrow because we're going to be fighting. We need to finish people. Pincushion gets, you know, gives the bonus damage to blast arrow as well. So you're going to be hitting instead of 700. I want to say it's like 8. I don't remember the exact math, but it's over 800. And then we're running survivalist, which is the weird thing because you actually got a 2-second buff on the shield. So since you're going to be so close, you're going to need the extra damage absorption. I really like this build. Alchemy is the interesting thing. We're taking this because we're going to need to be forging potions much more often because we're going to be so close to people. So, you know, alchemy is actually a really good thing to take. Now, the assassin's build is going to be a little bit different. I'm really excited about this one. So basically, sensor drone tracker, right? You have a really, really long duration on this sensor drone. I mean, it lasts fucking forever. Same thing for your hidden, 200% increased duration. It's already lasting a pretty good bit. Now, you combine these two factors, in alchemy, you can forge a potion in 10 seconds, which means you can throw your tracker drone down and pop your infiltrator, your hidden, and by the time that even runs out, your potion's already done and you can get the fuck out of there. So you can basically create a sneaky potion without anybody knowing. I'll play the clip right now. So here's what we're going to do here. Sensor drone going the entire time. I'm in hidden. Potions, sneak the fuck out. Hell yeah. Okay, you guys are about to hate me. You're about to hate me, but Ice Wall Mage. Yes, I said it. Ice Wall Mage. Okay, so another one of them alchemy shenanigans here, but I'll show you a clip to make more sense. But basically, by using this ice wall, you can make something that normally you can't stand on become standable. And then you can fly on top of it with your sword, and you have an incredible high ground advantage on an area where people aren't used to that. Now, alchemy, the reason why I said alchemy shenanigans, is because you can ice wall and hide yourself in the forge, and your alchemy will be done crafting your potions before the ice wall is even down, so you're getting guaranteed potions without being damaged. I thought long and hard about these a bit. Long and hard. I thought a long time about these abilities, and I really like how it's coming out together. So we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna show you a couple clips real fast. It's gonna be great. Can't go anywhere, can you? Can't go anywhere, can you? Can't go anywhere, can you? Fucking bitch. Nobody ever thinks of ice wall this way. Take this. Now I've got cover from behind while I'm shooting. See that? Built-in cover.
Using a health potion.